Well, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Chef from Off the Dome, back in with another video. In the sun, of course, because my eyes. But anyway, today we're here to talk about how to avoid being a one-hit wonder in today's age. There'll be another video coming out soon, probably about the screaming era and what would happen if rappers or pop stars or singers or just artists in general didn't have screaming to support their careers. What would happen if artists in the past had screaming? That would be another video. But anyway, we're talking about how to avoid being a one-hit wonder. Now, this plan's not foolproof, and me being a guy that's never tried music like that and never really has done anything like this, it's not 100% guaranteed that I don't even have experience in it, but I'm just looking at the overall things that artists have done within the past couple of years and seeing which one plans out. So, for example, today is an artist I think that is a perfect example of who could have been a one-hit wonder but did not become one. This guy is Post Malone. Post Malone just released his recent album, Hollywood's Bleeding, was debuted at #1 with 489K. 489,000 people thought this album was worth buying. And it is a good album, I have to admit that. It really is a good album. So, how can a man that started with a single like White Iverson, which is almost guaranteed to have you in one-hit wonder status, how did a man like Post Malone wind up being basically one of the biggest music stars in modern history? Like I said, it's elite top 10. And if you're not Drake, if you're not Kendrick, if you're not Taylor Swift, Adele, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, if you're not one of those ilk type of artists, you're probably not going to have a great debut like that. And Post Malone, he grows every time. He reminds me of Bruno Mars of sort. But anyway, let's get to it. So White Iverson came out in late 2015, I believe. It was late 2014, I believe, and then blew up in mid-2015. And then 2016 made the Euro Hot 100 year-end list. 2017 came around. He dropped Stoney in, I think, late November or December. Critics panned it. A lot of people say it was a decent vibe type of album. A lot of them said it had a lot of vibes that belong in the summertime and they released it late. I think the latter is true. It didn't sound like a winter album. It sounded like more of a summer album, but they released it late. His songs like Go Flex is now, I believe, 3 times platinum. You have, of course, Congratulations on there, which was the second follow-up hit. Post Malone wasn't expected to do much with his career, though, because, at this time, they already canceled him out. They said, okay, you got some white dude with, the little cornrows, and he has braids. He's a culture vulture, and he's only good for one song. He has that little sing-rap thing going on. We get another black rapper to do that. But what they didn't know about Post was that he had a dedicated fan base. The dude is from Syracuse, New York. But a lot of Southerners rock with his music because he had that Southern crooning rap type sound to him. So a lot of people started messing with the dude. They like the dude. And sooner or later, Post Malone, he would get talked about in articles. And like I said, culture vulture or not, being talked about is one thing that you could guarantee will help you have a second hit. That's one of the reasons why Tyga's still relevant if you think about it. His relationship with Kylie Jenner, Kylie Jenner. His relationship with Kylie Jenner really helped his career. Because if you think about it, all these hundreds of millions of YouTube views he has, all publicity he had from the show he had, that's what really kept him being talked about until Taste came out last year. Will help Waka Flocka become relevant for a short amount of time, and Young Jock, loving hip-hop. So being talked about on tabloids and gossip is also a good thing because it does help you become more relevant than you probably were at first. So Post Malone was being talked about in all these articles. A lot of people say he sounded like a black dude singing. A lot of them said White Iverson was a decent joint. Al Iverson, he co-signed the song. And it was all gravy. Then Stoney debuted it. It debuted at number 6. It didn't fall off the chart immediately, but it fell out the top 10, fell out the top 20. And then Congratulations started getting traction. He used his Quavo feature card. And with the Migos blowing up, Quavo was known as the hook master. But Quavo has a decent verse on Congratulations, but Congratulations is basically about Post. And they liked the way he sang rap on that. It got picked up by pop radio and hip-hop radio, and eventually Congratulations became a top 10 hit, and now is one of the best-selling songs of all time, being 10 times platinum, diamond. That's Post Malone right there. And then at the end of the year, right when I thought that Congratulations would be his last big hit. Rockstar by him and 21 Savage dropped that in October near Halloween. That song debuted at #2 on the Hot 100, #1 across the world, and eventually became a #1 single for 7 weeks and replaced Bodak Yellow. And the rest is history from there. So, you wonder, what does that have to be with not becoming a one-hit wonder? One is the use sort of a Post Malone / 6ix9ine tactic, except for don't wind up like 6ix9ine. You want to be talked about in the tabloids. You want to be recognized. You want to be noticed. You want people to care about you. Even if they hate you, they still care about you. Hating you, like, they hate Iggy Azalea, but for different reasons. Iggy Azalea didn't capitalize on that. Plus, she didn't make good music after they hate on her. After all that Twitter controversy, she pretty much released Pretty Girls and Beg For with Mo. Those weren't good songs. At least Post Malone, when he's getting talked about in these articles, he released Rockstar, Congratulations. He re-released I Fall Apart, Candy Paint became on the chart. And these were decent quality songs. That's another thing about not being a one-hit wonder. You have to have an interesting song to follow up the controversy, or you have to have a decent quality song. Post Malone had that. So, and plus, his statements about hip-hop isn't something you can really emote to. I think that statement really put him in the forefront. And I think it's because a lot of people agree with him and a lot of people disagree with him. That got people talking about him even more. That got the hate for him up even more. And now to this day, a lot of black artists and a lot of industry people say they don't like Post Malone. But it's okay because they're still talking about him. They still know who he is. Plus, you also got to realize Post Malone's aesthetic is the third and final reason. He's always looked like the homeless white dude with the cornrows and the tattoos everywhere. That aesthetic is something different. Everybody wants to be a pretty boy. That's the reason why Ed Sheeran is such a big thing. He's a ginger that sings love songs and is very vulnerable. Post Malone's vulnerable. He looks like a homeless piece of wreck or even like a dirty tattoo parlor guy. He has that look about him. That's something that a lot of these artists don't have. You're either super handsome, super pretty, or if you're just really fat, but you're fat positive. Those are the usual stars these days. Meghan Trainor, you have Lizzo, you have Adele. These bigger women who have emotional love songs. That's a stereotype now. Nicki Minaj's, Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls. These are girls that are fine. Your video vixens that learn how to twerk and not even know how to rap. Your Justin Bieber's, your Drake's, your Bruno Mars. These are pretty boys. So, Post Malone coming in the game, he doesn't have that thug image. He has that, I'm a edgy white kid that looks like crap, but I got talent. And that's the reason why he's not a one-hit wonder. The reason how a lot of these other people messed up, Designer, he messed up because he was a Future clone and he didn't have any interesting things about him aesthetically. He wasn't really being talked about in the news other than him being a Future clone. That's not nothing interesting. Look at Iggy Azalea. Like I said, she didn't come out with good music after that. And then you look at your traditional one-hit wonders, like Rick Astley and Vanilla Ice. They had 2 or 3 big hits, yes, but they didn't have a career because they were your generic white boys, and they weren't attractive to an extent, and they really were being pushed by the label, and there wasn't anything else about them. So he makes a lot. Same thing. He's a dirty, pimp, laid-back black dude rapping out big butts. It's controversial at the time because people wanted that slim figure, but after that, there wasn't really nothing to talk about him with. The reason why Macklemore's falling off is he's turned to a social justice warrior. All he talks about is his white privilege and doesn't make good songs behind it, so nobody cares about him anymore. So, at the end of the day, Post Malone is a decent example on how not to become a one-hit wonder. Results do vary, but Lil Nas X in a way has done it himself. Him coming out as gay is a huge thing. Him having a song like Old Town Road, mixing genders, all the controversy. Even if he doesn't have a bigger hit than Old Town Road, which he won't, because that's a huge song to have. If he never reaches the top 10 again, which he already did, Panini has. But even if he doesn't have another huge year like this, he's had a year that many people wish they could have had. And Post Malone's had these great years 3 years in a row now. 2016, White Iverson and the Drop of Stony. 2017, Congratulations, I Fall Apart and Rockstar. 2018, all the singles from Beer Bongs and Bentley. The album's 3 times platinum. And now, this year, Wow, Sunflower, and now his whole album Hollywood is Bleeding. This dude is on the start. He's on the path to stardom. He's already there, but he's going to be bigger than anybody expects him to be in this next decade. He might be the one to finally replace Drake. I'm not saying Drake will fall off. Let's not be hasty. I mean, Drake, I'm pretty sure he's here to stay. But the point is, Post Malone, for newer artists, he's doing a lot of things a lot of people didn't expect him to do. So that's how you avoid being a one-hit wonder. I hope this video helped you out. This is your boy Chef from Off the Dome. I'm signing out once again.